cross-legged seat. Maybe let's switch it up for the beginning and go with the awkward cross. So whatever you wanted to do first, do the opposite. And once you've gotten there, maybe rock a little from side to side. Settle into those sits bones. Allow that tailbone to drop down towards the earth. Allow the knees to fall open towards the floor. And just a little bit, tuck that belly button up and in, growing up out of the pelvis, through the lower, middle, upper back, nice tall spine. And you keep growing up through the neck, all the way through the crown of the head. Imagining you're like a sunflower stalk, reaching straight up for the beautiful rays of the sun, the crown of your head opening towards these rays of light. Your shoulders drop down away from your ears. You feel relaxed in the chest, relaxing the chin. And begin to breathe here. Consciously breathe here, in and out through the nose. This is your opportunity to take a really quick little inventory of your body. Where are you holding on to any tension? Is there anywhere along your back or spine that seems to be a little tight, that maybe compensates during the days for your hips, for your weight, for the things you pick up and carry, just taking note of those places. Allowing the eyes to open, continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathing into the side of the neck. Inhale through center, exhale left ear, left shoulder. And then drop that chin in towards the chest. And over ear to shoulder, just half turns. Chin down and over to the other side. Let's do this a few times. Taking it nice and slow. Feeling into any tension, we're just beginning to wake up the body. And then if it feels good for your neck, maybe you take a few full turns, nice and slow. Maybe pausing on any of the tightest areas. And turn the other direction. After that third turn, maybe stop with the chin into the chest. Taking a couple breaths here, keep that nice straight spine. Breathe into the back of the neck, in between the shoulders, in between the shoulder blades, mid-back. And releasing the head to neutral. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand to the mat, left arm comes up and over. Breathe into that side body. And as you bend deeply into that right side, also press up into that right hand. So you're opening the left side body, but you're also finding a little space in the right. Keep opening the chest. Stack those shoulders, one on top of the other. Drop that bottom shoulder down away from the ear. And inhale up through center. Exhale, left hand to the mat, right arm reaches over, press into that left hand. Keep reaching, 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 opening the shoulders, dropping that left shoulder down. And inhale up. Switch the cross of the legs. And forward fold, placing the hands to the mat, drawing the chest forward with a nice straight spine, walking the hands out. Come up onto your fingertips, tent the palms, press into the fingertips, root your tailbone, continue to drop that chest towards the floor. Begin to walk your hands over to the right knee, framing that right knee. Walk the left fingertips a little bit more forward. With the fingers still tented, keep pressing into the hands. Root that left sits bone, that left hip. Breathing into the backside body. On your next inhale, begin walking through center, over to the left. Right fingertips walk a little more forward. Press and ground the right hip. Taking a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, come through center and press up. Beautiful work, warming up the spine. Let's take a spinal twist. Take those legs out. Actually, let's take one more forward fold in between our twist. So the legs nice and straight. Maybe you rotate those thighs in. The flesh comes out from behind your tailbone. Flex the feet. Begin to walk the hands down the legs, or if your strap is close, option 2, hook the balls of the feet. I love working with the props. It just makes some of these poses so much more accessible. You can get in a little bit deeper. Breathe into the backs of the legs here. Just starting to find some opening as we wake up and begin to move our bodies. Or maybe it's not morning, maybe you're doing this later, at a later date. Morning for us. Inhale up to center. Bring that left leg across. Sole of the foot comes to the mat. If you like, right foot comes back by the hip. And then right arm up and over, hooking the elbow or hugging. Left arm supports the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Couple more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more full breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, unwinding. Switching across the legs. Re-grounding the hips. Left arm hugs or hooks, right arm supports. Find that length on an inhale. Exhale into the twist. And continuing forward, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling. And on your next inhale, unwind. One deep breath into that as you make your way onto your hands and knees. Let's take a moment in child's pose. Big toes together, knees a little bit wider, hips shift back. Drop your chest towards the mat. Forearms and elbows and palms against the mat. Press your forehead into the mat. And as you inhale forward, we're going to come in nice and deep right away. Maybe you have your blocks handy. Coming into the hips today. Surprise, surprise. So one pose I don't do often, although I should, because getting into the inner thighs and the groin area is an area really important for mobility in the hips, lower back. So begin to take those knees nice and wide. Maybe, one moment. Maybe you put some blocks under the thighs if you're far from the ground and that feels good. I'm not sure, sorry, something opened that shouldn't. Awesome. Coming into frog position. You're breathing here. We're gonna be here a few more breaths. Maybe you have blocks, maybe you don't. Take a peek down. Get your hips aligned with your knees as much as possible. Maybe you're down on your elbows. Just breathing into the inner thighs, into the groin area. Loving this stretch. Maybe you feel it all the way through to the back of the hips. Maybe you don't. I do. Feel it pulling all the way in through the back of my hip. But just breathing here, wherever the tightest spots are, whatever opening you're finding. Then from here, if the heels are back in, take them out a little bit, just switching it up just a little bit more, really getting in there for a couple more breaths. And then go ahead and bring the heels angled in towards the bottom. Coming back up onto the palms, flexing the feet, press into the insides of the feet to release the knees. One more time, child's pose. Inhale back forward onto the hands and knees. Take that left foot back. Press through the heel, open the whole back of the leg. And inhale, left foot up. Right arm comes forward, find that balance. Tuck that belly button up and in, strengthening through the core. Keep that left hip squared off with the mat. And on your next exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, nice and slow. Working on stabilizing your whole upper body through the hips. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding the spine. And release. Right foot back. Open the back of the leg. Left arm comes forward. Finding that balance. A breath or two here. And on your next exhale, elbow to knee. And lengthen. Stabilizing as you go. Two more breaths with this movement. One more. the toes under. Hips go up and back, down dog. Start with the knees bent deeply, fingers spread wide, rolling those armpits in towards the ears. Hips go up and back. Take as much weight off of the hands and upper body as possible by really pressing those hips up and back. And now begin to press the heels towards the mat. Beginning to straighten the legs, finding that opening in the back of the legs. Couple breaths here. Inhale, right foot up and back. Exhale, step through, low lunge. And rocking the hips back and forth over the ball of that back foot. Take that left foot out to the side a little bit more so that your feet are not on a tight wire. We're going to inhale up into crescent pose. Strong upper body, strong core. Open the elbows, cactus hands, opening through the heart, gazing up. Keep pressing out through that back heel. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, place hands, framing that front foot as the back knee comes to the mat. Top of the foot comes to the mat. Hips again shift forward as that upper body comes back up. Anjaneyasana. Maybe you cactus arms again. Have your blocks ready as we move into this next part. Inhale, arms back up and to the mat. I'm having both blocks handy. We're going to play with a more full expression of Hanumanasana. This is amazing for the hips. Let's start with the half though. Shift those hips back. Shimmy that heel forward so the hips can stay stacked over the knees. I've got my blocks here to support my upper body, getting a nice straight spine as much as possible. Reaching through the crown of the head, flex that front foot, keep pressing the knee towards the mat, get in here deep through the back of the leg. Keep pressing that chest towards the knee. Finding some opening here because we're going to be going a little bit deeper. So get in where you can right now. Press that knee towards the mat. All right, keeping those blocks with you. As we move a little deeper, you're going to take that back knee back a little bit more. Shimmy that front heel forward a little bit more until the leg really is straight. Re-square the hips off. Flex that front foot. See that the knee is pointing up towards the sky. Breathing here. And you might play with the height of the blocks. You might come up a little higher. Keep pressing that left hip towards the mat. Just a couple more breaths here. And then from here, shifting the hips up as much as you can and pulling that front heel back. Maybe your mat comes with you. Placing the hands, let's see, not so graceful, but bring that back foot back. Tuck those toes up and under back into down dog. Maybe walk it out. One knee, then the other. Now press into both heels. Do you feel more of an opening in one leg than the other now? Just feel into that. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step through. Rocking into the hips. Right foot steps out to the side off that tight rope. Strengthening through the core. Inhale all the way up, crescent pose. Keep pressing out through that back heel, bending at the elbows, opening the heart. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, place hands as that back knee comes to the mat. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Double check that that front knee is over the ankle. Maybe you open the elbows and open the chest again. Inhale, arms back up and forward. Grabbing those blocks, shifting the hips back. Shimmy that heel forward until you find that half Hanumanasana. Hips stacked over knee. Flex that front foot. Breathe into the back of the leg for a few breaths before we take it deeper. Go ahead and begin to shimmy that front foot forward more. Walking the hands out. Maybe you take that back knee back a little bit. Keep moving it till that front leg is completely straight. Back leg is as straight as it can be. Breathe into the front of the leg. Flex that foot. Just a few breaths here. Maybe you twist those blocks, come up a little higher. Make sure that knee is facing up. Flexing the toes. And as you're ready, begin to lean forward, shifting those hips up, drawing the heel back again. Maybe the mat gets stuck and comes with it. Not the most graceful dismount, but so worth the pose. Stepping back, down, dog. Allowing the knees to come to the mat, coming back onto all fours. Inhale, raising through the crown and the tailbone. Exhale, pressing back into cat. Inhale forward. Exhale back. A few more times. And coming to neutral spine. Inhale, that right arm up. Exhale, under the armpit. Back of the arm comes to the mat. Side of the head comes to the mat. Shoulder opening. Maybe you take that left arm forward above the head. And a little bit back. Towards the back corner of the mat. Take a couple breaths here. Beginning to walk that hand back in front of the face, pressing into that left hand, release the right all the way up, counter pose, and release. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, lacing it through. Right arm comes up and back. right hand back in front of the face as you press into it. Release that left arm all the way up and back to the mat. We're gonna do 2, I think, beautiful vinyasas. So you're here in namaskaras, or sun salutations, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to forward fold. Taking an inhale and an exhale here. Inhale, strong core, flat back, all the way up to standing mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice and slow, perfect control of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place hands, step or hop back, high plank. Take an inhale at the top of the plank, tighten through that core. Reach through the crown, exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. One more time. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale into forward fold. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale here, dropping the chest towards the knees. Take an inhale, strong core, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up, mini back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, crown forward. Exhale, place hands, step back, high plank. Inhale here, nice and strong. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, right into pigeon, that right leg up. Exhale, stepping through, placing that shin on the mat. That knee comes down. You've been working with pigeon. Find that pigeon for you today. Bring that shin as parallel as it wants to get. Maybe you have your block handy or that hip. And as you drop that left hip around towards the floor, maybe you make your way onto your elbows. Two more breaths here. Beginning to tuck those back toes under. Coming up onto the hands. Press the hips up to release. Down dog, move the block. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step through. Back knee comes to the mat. Again, working that shin towards parallel. Finding that nice resting place for the block. Drop now that right hip down. Maybe you come down onto your elbows. We're going to take about 10 breaths here. Maybe you come all the way down onto your forehead. breath. Exhale. Walking my hands back up. Tuck those back toes under, hips go up and back. Release down dog. Move that block. One last breath here in down dog. Give it all you got. Fingers spread wide. Pulling the armpits in and exhale. Knees to mat. Shifting the hips around. Making your way onto your back. And we're gonna round this class out in the next couple minutes. So we're only just gonna take a breath or two in the next couple poses. Figure 4, left ankle comes across. Inhale, knee comes up, grab behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Draw that shin in, press that tailbone to the mat. 3 breaths here. And release, switch the cross. Inhale up. Grab the shin. Do the yogi things. Pull the knee in. Press the tailbone down. Find your dynamic tension. Just a couple more breaths here. And release. Supine twist. Left ankle comes back over. Drop both knees to the right. Gaze out over that left shoulder. Maybe you take the right hand and place it on the left knee. Just putting a little weight there, deepening into the twist. Breathing into that digestive system, into some of those internal organs, into the kidneys. Just feeling a nice wringing out, a nice cleaning, a nice cleansing. Inhale up through center. The breath is also one of the largest ways that we remove toxins from our bodies. So yoga is also such a beautiful practice because we bring so much attention to the breath, gazing out over that right shoulder. Maybe you take the left hand to the left knee. So just a couple cleansing breaths here, nice and deep. Allowing any toxins, any pollutions, anything that needs to be released from our body out through the breath. Imagine as you inhale, your lungs just picking and pulling the oxygen, nitrogen, just the little things that your body does need to function from the air, and as you exhale, it's releasing all the things that does not serve it. And as we bring this type of intentionality into the way we breathe, into the way we eat, inhale, knees up through center, uncross the legs, nice and long, arms out to the side. As we bring this type of intentionality, as we say prayers of gratitude over our food, as we breathe intentionally in only the good, we are miraculous bodies, miraculous organisms, miraculous consciousness that really does have a say over how we process our environment. So bringing that awareness, that consciousness, that intentionality, that gratitude for the miracles that we are, into the way we consume, into the way we move about the planet. So grateful. You're so loved. Relaxing through the face, relaxing through the jaw and the ears, the neck. Just a breath or two more as we allow our practice to settle in. How do the hips feel? How does the front of the body feel? How does the back of the body feel pressed against the mat? One more deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, stick the tongue out, exhale. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. And rolling onto your side for fetal position. Taking a moment to begin pressing yourself up to seated. Allow that head and neck to come last. Just closing the eyes for one last moment, tucking that shin in towards the chest. What I am called to say here is to take a moment to reflect on your deepest fear. Like for me, it may be spending my life alone. And once you have that kind of deepest core fear, I want you to turn it around for a mantra for yourself for the day. And mine would be, I am always loved and always supported. And just knowing that truth to your core. Bring the hands to heart center. Thank you for honoring your body, for joining me for practice. Namaste. Have a beautiful Monday. And I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you.